Bless you, brothers and sisters. As I told you, every week I'll be giving you a word that will encourage you, uplift you, and take you to the next level mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And as we move on, you'll be seeing me continue to do this. I also have my page. I am Onesimus. You can go in there and see some of my other stuff that I don't post on the regular Facebook page. But today's message is for both of them, both sites. And I've been challenging you guys to give me something to speak on, words, things that you find that you would you're struggling with, or you want to know more in depth, or my point of view on what that looks like. Whether it's anything, it doesn't make a difference. Whether it's a struggle you're going through, a loss in the family, depression, suicide, many other things like that you would want to talk about. Just message it on personal message, or right beneath this video. You could also comment on it right there and put it on there, and I'll make sure that I add that to my regular rotation, weekly rotation on what I'm gonna say. And today's message is was requested by someone, so I decided to bring that forth and speak on that. And it's how to overcome heartbreak. It's a very tough situation to deal with. We as human beings will always face this situation. In any type of relationship you're in, there will always be a point in that relationship where your heart will be broken because of something that was said or done. Whether it's a relationship with someone that you're with, whether to be married or not, or a relationship between you, your children, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, other people that you may know. And it's a process and something that we need to understand that it's gonna happen. So you're not exempt from heartbreak, but there is a process for all of this that could help you, that could advance you. And one thing that we need to understand, or a handful of things that we need to understand about heartbreak, is that time heals these kind of situations. As time moves on, you'll find out that the healing process needs space between the time that it took place and other special events taking place, and other victories and other joyful moments in your life to separate you from that as time moves on. And then you'll look back years from now and see that circumstance and be like, wow, I overcame that. I also wrote a little bit about this heartbreak thing on some of my other messages. One of them is why should we have relationships, and another one that I wrote, you'll see here on my page, is expectations. You check out those two, and it will go together with this message and help you to understand how to overcome heartbreak in the situations in your life. Another thing to understand is that when it comes to heartbreak, we need to understand that we need to take this to God. This is something that deals with your very heart and soul. And a man could do whatever they want to do to help you in the healing process, whether it's psychological therapy, many other situations, or just the comfort of a friend. But the true healer or mender of that situation is God. Another thing to learn is that heartbreak is a learning lesson, a learning experience in life. You won't understand your boundaries on how to trust, how to love, how to communicate, unless if heartbreak is in the middle of it. It's a very good experience for you in general as a human being. Another thing to understand about heartbreak is that you're not alone. God understands your heart. He understands your pain, your struggle. Others may not. They may ridicule you. They may not understand why you're lashing out, why you're going back from what you were, or how much you've progressed, but you've kind of gone back a little bit. They may not understand it, but God understands that. And He's a restorer and forgiver of those circumstances. Another thing to understand is that you got to take it one day at a time when it comes to brokenness. You don't want to stand here and jump into new things and do things that you're not that may hinder you from drawing closer to God. So take it one day at a time and kind of like progressively move forward and try to understand that it's a process, and one day at a time is a good way to go. Another thing that would help you in this circumstance is to reaching out to others. And when I say reaching out to others, just not just to reach out to anybody. Reach out to people that you know and confide in, that encourage, uplift you, and help you through this process. That'll definitely go a long way of getting you through the healing process of heartbreak. Another thing that we need to understand is to find comfort in God. Uh, Prayer is a beautiful way to do that. Listening to music and kind of like get into the process of kind of like seeking God for who He is, and allowing belief to take its place. Believing in God and that He's going to restore you in that circumstance. Another thing to understand about this is to stay focused on the routines that you've been doing before that have kind of advanced you. Move forward in this. Stick to your routines that kind of like propel you and move you forward, and also you may want to bring back some of the things that you've done before, some of the passions and things that you've done before that have kind of like helped restore you. Whether it's more prayer, meditation, other things of that nature, even writing poems and things of that nature, kind of like restore you back to God, or restore you back to your heart being completely healed in this process. And I have a quote here from C.S. Lewis, and I think it defines this whole situation and kind of rounds it up together. And just listen to it and kind of let it meditate in your mind and in your heart. It says here, getting over a painful experience is much like crossing monkey bars. You have to let go at some point in order to move forward. So this is a faith act. Heartbreak is very painful, but the process of moving forward is letting go and being faithful to the one who is the healer of life, who is the healer of your heart and your soul. If you do that, you definitely will be blessed.